Welcome guys, the first video out of Leadership. The Leadership series. Sorry, that was awkward. We are talking about what it takes to be a leader in this world. What it takes to have the ability to lead people into life in different situations, in the bad, in the good, in the ugly. Now, leadership is a topic that can be very overwhelming, and I want to simplify it the best I can. And just to let you know, these are going to be my best videos I could possibly give to you, because leadership is not something that is inborn, and it's not something that some people have and some people don't. This is something so important that you absolutely need in your life, because all of us are meant to do something great. And when you want to do something great, you need to know how to lead. So I'm going to give you the capabilities, the tools, whatever you need to be able to lead people in any situation. So the first skill you absolutely need as a leader, no matter what, is peak state. You need to be able to do something when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're upset, when you're going through hell, when adversity strikes. You need to be able to snap into a peak state. How quick? Instantly. And why? Because as a leader, people are going to look up to you. People are going to look into your position and say, Sean, Dane, Ross, Danielle, what do I do? How do I get out of this? And you cannot falter in these situations. When shit hits the fan, you have to have the ability to step up and take adversity on and keep the physiology, keep the focus and the language and belief as a person with a peak state who will handle anything. Shit's gonna happen, guys, but at the end of the day, only the people who have the capability to put themselves in a state that's so powerful that it overcomes all adversity. And yes, you're gonna falter, you're gonna make mistakes, things are gonna happen and you won't be able to control it. But it's okay, it's about understanding and adapting, taking what happens and learning from it so you don't make the mistake again. Or if you do, you correct it completely, 100% faster. Because you're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna have to correct it, and it might be slow the first time, but when you put yourself in these states that get you to think, get outside the box and get you to solve problems, you'll solve problems quickly, fast. And I've talked about in other videos how to anchor this state. But remember, once you anchor the state, you have to remember how to snap back into it. Breathe the way you breathe when you're in a peak state, when you're excited, motivated, happy, passionate, so many different words to explain it. Speak the way you speak when you're in a peak state, when you know you can lead someone, when you know you're in a situation where every word, every action you make is going to lead people, influence them at the highest point of their life. If you could influence people at the peak state of their mindset, how would you breathe? How would you hold your body? What would you focus on? You know, how would your breathing be? What would your eyes look like? What would your physiology in a whole be like? Think about these things, because when you find out how you act physiologically, how you think, how you maneuver, what you say, how you breathe, the way you move your body, all this stuff, when you figure out how that happens when you're in a peak state, you have to remember that, and you have to know how to just snap back right into it. And yeah, that is the whole entire topic behind this video, guys, is snapping into these peak states. And I've taught you how to do this before, so I hope you've listened to the other videos. But to go into it really quick, the best way to get in these peak states is you must anchor yourself into them. You have to get yourself into the peak state, first of all, by focusing, put yourself in the physiology. And then once you know you're in the peak state, the point which you're the highest, you have to anchor yourself by some sort of physical touch, some sort of way you can remember that's unique, that will anchor that position. So you're in the peak state and you click, and then you get yourself out of it. And then you get yourself in the peak state and click, get yourself out of it. Get yourself in the peak state and click. And you keep doing it, you condition and condition and condition, and eventually when you click, you get yourself in the peak state. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyways, guys, that's the video. I taught you how to get in the peak state, kind of. If you don't understand, send me a message. And anyways, Leadership 101 has concluded. Thank you so much for listening, because if it made a difference in your life, or if it did or it didn't, whatever, if it did make a difference in your life, I did my job. Anyways, have a great night, live with passion, and take it easy.